Xabi Alonso, what have you done? Xabi Alonso, what have you done? What a coach. What a coach, guys. All my haters, come outside here. You see, you will never say anything. Next season, don't worry. We'll be here. We'll be here for next season. What a game, guys. What a game. Real Madrid are through to the Club World Cup semi-final where they are going to be playing PSG. Hey! Omo, e no go easy o. E no go easy o. But we are going to take a deep dive into it. But before we take a deep dive into it, please, guys, don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube page. Try to support me and let's grow together. Get me to 1,000 subscribers, and I promise you, you will keep getting daily dosage of football content from this page. I promise you. So let's take a dive in. What a game in your first tournament as a Real Madrid coach. There was no time for you to do preseason. There was no time for you to do any arrangement. But look at the improvement so far in this team. Look at the improvement from Xabi Alonso. Look at the improvement. This is what you call a proper coach. This is what you call a proper coach. In fact, yesterday I was contemplating. I was looking at it is going to be a difficult, it is going to be a difficult thing for Xabi Alonso to choose who to start between Mbappe and Gonzalo. But this man understood his assignment. He understood the assignment of starting Gonzalo. But I think from next match, I think Mbappe should be the one starting against PSG, because PSG is going to be a tough test. And with the way Vinicius is playing, in fact, with the way Vinicius is playing, Vinicius should not start next game. I don't want anybody to sabotage us next game. With the way Vinicius is playing currently, you see this season. I am not here to start emotionally attached to any player. If you are not going to play well, you are going to sit on the bench. With how Vinicius is playing currently, Rodrigo has earned the right to start. With how Vinicius is currently playing, Rodrigo has earned the right to start over him, not to be chopping bench. I would prefer Rodrigo on that left wing over Vinicius, because what Vinicius is doing currently, Vinicius cannot even dribble again. Like, are you mad? You cannot even dribble again. What is wrong with you? What is wrong with you? I have defended you and defended you and defended you. What is wrong with you? He has lost all his dribbling. He can't even dribble my grammar again. This is not good coming from a player that, from a Ballon d'Or worthy player. You were a Ballon d'Or worthy player, and look at how you are playing. And also, you need to do something about it. Rodrigo has earned the right, has earned the benefit of this doubt to be starting over Vinicius with how Vinicius is currently playing. Vinicius so far has not had a good tournament in this Club World Cup. Vinicius tournament has been average. Vinicius tournament to me, is just the same thing as Mbappe's tournament, who have been injured and lost about 5 kg weight. It's just the same thing. It's just as if they are not playing. I'm telling you, Mbappe, who just came yesterday, had more significant impact than Vinicius throughout the whole stay of the match yesterday. Look at that! Look at that awful finish from Vinicius yesterday. I don't like that. And then Jude too. There was one selfish play from Jude Bellingham yesterday. If he was the one in that position, he would have started throwing tantrums up and down at his teammates. Eh? I need these two guys to do better. You are the supposed superstar of the team, and then you are playing like this. This is not supposed to be. But what Xabi Alonso did, like, what has Xabi Alonso done? What has Xabi Alonso done to this team for the improvement like this? The improvement in this team is so, like, only a fool will say that Real Madrid have not improved. I'm telling you guys, only a fool will say Real Madrid have not improved. Real Madrid so far has improved in every aspect. In every aspect. We have improved in every aspect. If you see the way we press is now different. We are now doing collective pressing. The way we are now creating chances. In the first half alone, we created about 3 big chances in the first half alone. I understand Xabi Alonso. I think Xabi Alonso is the type of coach that, he doesn't want to, he's not obsessed with, playing the Spanish way. When I mean playing the Spanish way, I think He's not obsessed with controlling the game, like controlling the game to the end, like having 70% possession, having 60% possession. Like he is the type of coach that he wants his team to adapt to different type of game states, and that is what we've seen from Real Madrid players yesterday. You saw how we were able to adapt, to the pressure of Borussia Dortmund. Even when they kept coming at us, we were able to adapt to their pressure. Like that is something that is that is incredible. That is something that is very very incredible to see, because there is one thing, to be able to control games. Because what if you now play a game whereby you are not opportune to be keeping the ball? How will you adapt to that game state? You guys understand what I'm trying to talk about? He's the type of coach that tries to think that, oh, what if we play against a team who presses very well, and then we are not opportune to be making all those quick passes, those 1-2 touches on passes. What if we find ourselves in that kind of situation? How are we going to adapt? That is the kind of thing Xabi Alonso is doing, and I'm happy to see that kind of thing. As a coach, you need to be able to play different kind of style. You saw our style yesterday. We've been playing with a back three yesterday, but yesterday we play with with back four when we are with the ball, and back three without the ball. You could see how we're very very dynamic. And look at what um Alonso had to say about Tchouaméni. You see what I'm telling you guys about Tchouaméni? Tchouaméni is a pillar of this team. I kept on talking about Tchouaméni, that no, Tchouaméni will be a player that that can dictate game states, that can help us switch passes and all that. That is good on the ball. A lot of Madrid fans try to think maybe I'm lying, or I don't know what I'm talking about, because of Ancelotti's style of play. Ancelotti's style of play did not get the best out of Tchouaméni, but with Xabi Alonso, with coaching, with good coaching, we are now able to see what Tchouaméni is offering us. And yesterday, you could see that when Tchouaméni was taking off, we were very vulnerable in the midfield. We were very vulnerable in the midfield. That is to show you that Tchouaméni is a pillar of this team. He knows, he helps us to go forward, and he helps us, in defending as well. Solid performance, from Tchouaméni. And other improvement that I'm happy to see is the improvement of Courtois' passing. Courtois' passing has really marveled me a lot, and that is to show you that nothing supersedes good coaching in football. Nothing will ever supersede good coaching in football. I don't think anything can supersede that. And then another player that has impressed me the most in this Club World Cup is Fran Garcia. Madrid, Perez and the board, Perez, Juni Calafat, and Jose Agel Sanchez. You must do everything at all costs to stop that Alvaro Carreras deal. You must stop that Alvaro Carreras deal. If we are to get any left back, it should be a left back that is an upgrade on what we have currently. It should be a left back that will be an upgrade on what we have currently. And what we have currently is not, and what we are getting in Alvaro Carreras is not going to be an upgrade on Fran Garcia. It's not going to be an upgrade on Fran Garcia. You see how Fran Garcia has improved so far. Alonso told him, to be crashing the box, and yesterday he was able to crash the box, and he got a good goal yesterday. You see, it's beautiful, beautiful goal from Xabi Alonso, from Fran Garcia yesterday. This is to tell you that Xabi Alonso's style. Another thing about Xabi Alonso is that his style, focuses more on the midfield first, and then the defense, even before the attackers. I think the attackers will benefit lesser from Xabi Alonso's style. That is why when he was at Leverkusen, you could barely hear that, oh, Leverkusen have one crazy winger. Oh, Leverkusen have a crazy winger. But all you could only hear about Leverkusen was that they have a very good midfield in Flora Wirtz and Granit Xhaka, and then they have good fullbacks in Frimpong and then Grimaldo. And that is the same thing we are now seeing in this our current team. You could see that our midfielders have improved. Midfielders like Adagula. Look at Adagula yesterday. 2 assists. 2 assists from Adagula yesterday. 2 assists. What a beautiful performance. He had more assists in a game than Pedri in 22-23 season alone. That is to show you that That is to show you that Xabi Alonso has really, really massively improved us. He has improved us massively. When everybody thought, oh, Adagula made a huge mistake coming to Madrid. Everybody was saying Adagula made a huge mistake coming to Madrid. If he was went to Barca, he would have gotten playing time, not knowing that it was the former coach that we employ that find it difficult to trust youngsters that affected Adagula. Adagula was ready to be a starter for this club. He was ready to be a starter for this club long ago. Long ago. And look at 2 assists. Look at In fact, I'm so happy with what I've seen from Federico Valverde. How he has been playing more advanced role. This is what this is what I've been asking from Federico. And one thing I want again from Xabi Alonso is to fully unlock Federico Valverde. I want him to be that kind of KDB profile. I want him to be that kind of KDB profile. All that Federico Valverde needs to work on now is his passing. He just needs to work on his passing, and then we are good to go. The ball striking is already there. The ball carrying is already there. One of our best ball carriers as a midfielder in the team. And look at what Xabi Alonso also said about it. Federico Valverde makes my life easier. Wait, is there any coach that has ever, complained about Federico Valverde? I'm struggling to think. Zidane was almost, was almost giving him that starting spot ahead of Modric and Kroos. He was getting that starting spot ahead of Modric and Kroos. He was already benching one of them in big games with Zidane. And then with Carlo, I don't even need to talk about Carlo, because we all saw how Carlo used him as bar soap. Carlo used him as bar soap. His wife even had to come out and complain at some point. And then now we see him under Xabi Alonso now. 4 games in a row, and that 4 games he has played full 90 minutes. Not one has he rested. Some people try to convince me that Federico Valverde is not a good enough midfielder just because he does not do twists and turns like their favorite midfielders. Just because he does not do tempo control. Is it all midfielders that will control tempo? If all midfielders is controlling tempo, which of the midfielders will score? Which of them will help out in the attack? If all of them dey control tempo, which of them go dey help out for attack? To other football fans, all midfielders must know how to control tempo. So there is nothing like box to box. Nobody wants to remember that there is box to box midfielder anymore. Everybody now wants midfielder that can control tempo. I will take a goal scoring midfielder over any tempo controlling midfielder any day, anytime. Yes. I will take a goal scoring midfielder over any tempo. Fuck your tempo control. Which one be tempo control? Controlling a game is by controlling all phases of the game, both attack and defense. That is what controlling a game means. Don't let anybody gaslight you into saying you need a controller in your midfield before you can control any game. You need a controller in your midfield before you can control any game. You need a controller in your midfield before you can control any game. You don't need any controller in your midfield. Controlling a game is by controlling all phases of the game, by attacking and defending. If you are able to control the phase of attacking and controlling the phase of defending, you have successfully controlled that game. There is nothing like you need a controller. Not all midfielders are controller. I will take a goal scoring midfielder over a tempo controlling midfielder any day, anytime. Yes, that is for me. I don't know about you, but that is just it. That is just what I'm trying to say. And like I said, you see how his style favors the midfielders more than the attackers, and then the defenders also. They are going to enjoy more from him, which now brings me to this point that Hoisin is going to be a really big miss against PSG, because of that that PSG high press, with Asensio and Rudiger. I don't have a problem with Asensio, to be honest. I don't have any problem with Asensio, in as much as people are finding it difficult to trust Asensio because of a shaky start to this Club World Cup tournament. I still don't have a problem with him, because Asensio was our best centre back last season. He was our best centre back last season, and it's not as if Asensio is bad with the ball. Asensio had 2 assists last season, one in the Champions League and one on his debut He gave an assist to Bellingham's first goal last season and an assist to Kylian Mbappe last season. So it's not as if he's bad with the ball the way people are making it seem. I still believe in Asensio. My only problem now, where my problem lies now, is with Rudiger. Yes, that is where my problem lies. I won't lie to you guys. That is where my problem lies because Rudiger, with and without the ball, is a liability. Let No offense. I've been saying the funny thing about it is that I've been pointing this out since last season, but a lot of Madridistas were calling me out saying I don't know what I'm saying. I'm ungrateful after all he has done for us. I don't know, emotions. People, a lot of Madrid fans, they are too emotional. They are too emotional. Let's talk about something that is logical. You start seeing emotion. You are ungrateful. You are not appreciating this and this and that. But my own is that with what I have seen from Rudiger, Madrid need to prioritize getting a new centre back, or Xabi Alonso needs to start playing Militao, because I still believe Militao is better than Rudiger. Militao is far better than Rudiger. That is just it. That is just it. Militao will still be our best centre back if he comes on. If he comes on, he will still be our best centre back. That is how much I trust Militao. But then again, in my opinion, Real Madrid need to prioritize getting a centre back, or else this Rudiger that I'm saying, he is done. Rudiger is done. He is done. His legs is done. His legs are finished. His legs are finished. He is a liability for us. He is the reason why Oisin was red carded yesterday. Yes, it was a stupid red card and he could have allowed Guirassy to score that goal. But he is the main reason because he was caught out of position. He was caught out of position. And this thing is funny because I've been saying this thing since last season and I've been complaining about it. But some Madrid fans who are so emotionally attached to him have been calling me out. That is why, I decided to stop pointing things like this out. But I can't stop again because this is the second time now. Madrid needs to, prioritize getting a new centre back. Rudiger is done. Rudiger is on his last leg. And also, moving on to the attack. Vinicius Junior. Vinicius Junior, what is wrong with you, Vinicius? Vinicius, what is wrong with you? I'm back to you again, Vinicius. With the way Vinicius is playing, I have been seeing reports that Real Madrid is open to let it. Real Madrid should not be open again. They should be closing that window now. They should be closing that window of allowing Rodrigo leave, because with the way Vinicius is playing, he needs competition for that left wing. I don't recognize Vinicius again. I don't recognize him again at all. This is not the Vinicius of 23-24. This is not the in 23-24. Okay, this is not the Vinicius of early 24-25. Early 24-25 that was scoring hat-tricks against Osasuna, hat-trick against Dortmund. What happened? My own is that I don't even want to know what happened. Just get your shit together, because so far so good. Your tournament have been poor for me. It has been average. Get your shit together. And Real Madrid, please block any Rodrigo news leaving. Rodrigo has to stay and fight for that left wing spot with Vinicius. With the way Vinicius is playing now, that left wing spot, it should not be locked again for him. They need to unlock it now and give him a little bit of competition on that left wing. I believe Rodrigo can do something for me on that left wing. So that is just my own. And another thing is Adagula. Now, while Adagula is fantastic on the ball, there has been some criticisms about how Adagula is vulnerable off the ball. There have been some criticisms about his physicality. His physicality has been questioned a lot, and I feel as though we are going to see it in the PSG game. The PSG game is going to be a big test for him, for us to see it. And then Hendrick, as good as Hendrick is, and as good as I know he is going to improve under Xabi Alonso, I think Hendrick needs to go on loan. It should be better for him. I think he needs to go on loan. I think that will be better for Hendrick. That is my own opinion though, because with the way Gonzalo is playing currently, Gonzalo is looking to bench anybody. Gonzalo is not giving even our superstars breathing space. He's not giving Mbappe breathing space. He's not giving Vinicius. He's not giving Rodrigo breathing space currently with the way he's playing. 4 goals in this competition. Currently the top goal scorer in this competition, and is one of the top players to win this best player of the tournament of this Club World Cup. He is the sole we is how am I even going to put this English now? I think in the running of best player of the tournament, Gonzalo Garcia is in the running of it. He is in the running currently. So with the way he's playing, we cannot afford to bench a player like this. So Hendrick, Hendrick, I know you are going to improve under Alonso, but I think what will be best for you is to go on loan. No, I think that will be the best for you to go and develop on loan. So far, so good. Gonzalo has been fantastic. Has been fantastic. But that is just it, though. That is just it. I still feel we can get something against PSG because as good as PSG midfielder, they still look beatable. They still look, very, very beatable. Oisin will be a big miss for us. A very, 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 very big miss. A big miss for us. But I still believe in Asensio and whoever they are going to pair with him, maybe Trameni or maybe Militao. I don't know, but I believe Asensio can do something for us. But that's just it. But let me know what you think, guys, and I will be under the comment section. So that brings us to the end of this video. Please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, and don't forget to share this video and turn on your post notification. Get me to 1,000 followers. Then on the road to 1,000 followers, more content coming to your screen, guys. Thank you very much. Peace.